Lee Farkas was a hard worker who owned Taylor Bean and Whitaker Mortgage Corp. (TBW) for 20 years. He built it from a tiny mortgage brokerage business, employing a handful of people, to the largest privately owned mortgage company in America, employing thousands. Meet Neil Barofsky, who was the Special Inspector General for the TARP, Troubled Asset Recovery Program, a government agency created to target financial institution crime. Also meet Rahm Emanuel, who was the Chief of Staff of the Obama White House. He ordered Barofsky to bring him someone's head on a stick to blame for the 2008 financial crises. Barofsky became aware of Lee Farkas through the mainstream media, targeted him, and produced his head on a stick for Emanuel. Barofsky raided TBW. Its almost $100 billion mortgage portfolio was seized by the government, paying TBW nothing. A violent domino effect ensued, causing 4,000 people to lose their jobs. The 20-year-old company was annihilated and bankrupt. Lee Farkas was arrested. The government used every dirty trick in its bag to keep him from defending himself, including restraining all of his assets so he couldn't hire a lawyer. Then, after appointing a lawyer he didn't know or want, dumped 69 million pages of electronic evidence on one court-appointed lawyer. They coerced innocent TBW employees and others to testify and admit to crimes they didn't commit under the threat of prosecution and life sentences. His judge was biased but refused to recuse herself. They failed to prove Lee Farkas's criminal intent. He's innocent after all. Regardless, they sentenced him to 30 years in prison. To add insult to injury, after the court ordered $38 million in forfeiture and $3.5 billion in restitution, the government refuses to claim what is legally theirs, which raises incredible questions. Federal law clearly requires that all proceeds of crimes be forfeited. So why doesn't the government seize the proceeds? Why did the district court judge fail to order that assets, which she ruled were direct proceeds of the crimes, be turned over to the government? The government claims to have spent over $10 million to prosecute Lee Farkas. Why walk away from forfeiture and restitution judgments totaling almost $4 billion? There must be some reason. Could the government have arranged a secret agreement with the bankruptcy estate of TBW? Is this a case of misconduct within the Obama Department of Justice? How else can this extraordinary situation be explained? Will the truth at all ever emerge? Our federal government can devastate anything in its path. Law-abiding, hard-working citizens can be targeted, villainized, and destroyed, all to serve questionable purposes. If you are a United States taxpayer, then you've been cheated out of billions of dollars. You paid to prosecute Lee Farkas and other innocent employees. 4,000 people lost their jobs in the process. So many lives have been destroyed. Families were torn apart by unfair prison sentences. For what? American taxpayers, people whose lives have been disrupted, and Lee Farkas deserve answers. This wrong can be easily righted, but the government must follow the law and either satisfy these judgments with the money deemed to be the criminal proceeds by the district court judge, or explain why not. Our freedom is at stake. The government's impropriety should not be allowed to go on unchecked. Please email us at farkasfacts@gmail.com for the startling proof and documents providing the facts.